Jesus is a model for what, how and where of leaderships. Jesus. Nimekupa mifano mingine yote, you can forget them. But why don't you go for Jesus? For Jesus. Huh? Chapter 13 of book of John, Jesus washed their feet. Hapo Musa akasema, me, I'm your Lord. You see what I've done? Do the same. Do the same. He was a model of leadership. Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. Hey, I've got the slides for you. Don't worry. Bwana asifiwe sana. Jesus developed every leader he had, and he did some mentoring for them. You can go through all this. He called them and he mentored them, gave some exercises, some practical training, go and do. And when they came back, they gave the report and did some monitoring evaluation. He did some commissioning, gave them some monitoring, gave them terms of reference, and he did some monitoring evaluation for what they did. In fact, what he did was he even did some rewarding. Not only did some rewarding, actually he's still waiting for us to reward us. Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. We must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that everyone may receive the things done in his body. Whatever we're doing now, like coming to the details, whatever we're doing here, whatever we're doing in our areas, remember, one day Jesus is going to give us a reward. Reward. According to what he has done, whether it be good or bad. Jesus is the model. We can learn from Jesus and just do that the same to our people reporting to us. Just give them terms of reference, just make a follow-up for them, just model yourself after them, just do a monitoring evaluation, and just do rewarding. Let me tell you, we're going to be great leaders. Sijui kama kwa nyumbani watoto wangu wamesahau, lakini this was our verse always. Hebrews 6:10. Mungu sio dhalimu. Hata sawa kazi yetu. Whatever we do with God, He's going to pay always. And I've told them, they have learned from me. Whatever they do, I reward them. Let me tell you what. Niliwafundisha watoto wangu kwamba wanapokwenda kanisani wasiniombe sadaka. Niliwafundisha kwamba ukiniomba sadaka, zile sadaka ni za kwangu. Wewe ndio umechukua tu. Have your own sadaka. Hata mtoto tutapata sadaka Monday to Saturday. Kila kazi lazima tuziandike kwenye kitabu. Alifagia, alipa chakula, aliosha nguo, alipiga pasi, aliosha vyombo. Everything done at home is rewardable. On Saturday evening, we do some assessment. Mwingine anapata shilingi 5,000, mwingine 2,000. Katika zile, take 10%, fungu la 10. Take part of it, peleka sadaka kwa Mungu. Take sehemu nyingine, mshukuru baba na mama. Iliyobaki, tumbua ni ya kwako. We need to be models to our children. Jamani Bwana asifiwe. Sorry. I want to go through the gaps, but I just mentioned them. I'm not going to details because there's something I want to do at the end. Okay. Now, in leadership, there are a lot of opportunities in the ministry, but we've got what is called leadership gaps. Kule unakwenda kufanya kazi kwenye kanisa, kwenye sehemu yako kazi serikalini, kwenye mashirika, there is one thing missing called leadership, influence. And that's the gap we are missing. And I've got some few gaps which I want just mention them. First gap, which I think is important, is between cultural relevance and orthodoxy. Watu wanachukua kwa mfano Kristo, is it relevant with our culture now? There's one extreme. Another extreme is, what does the Bible say? Wanaume asivai nguo za wanawake, unakataza watoto wakike kuvaa suruali. Is orthodoxy. Isn't it? Isn't it? Why don't you say yes? Because I said in my family. Gap number 1. It may create a problem duniani. Why? Because now Christians, especially born again people, are more stylish than holy. And that's very serious. We go with the style, we forget about the holiness issues. More contemporary than faithful. Watu wanafanya kwa kawaida. Faithfulness. More trendy than what says the Bible. Myself, this is a serious gap here. Okay? We focus to win the world's favor than to win the world's soul. Kwa tupika mziki tunapika reggae ili watu wanapenda reggae waingie. Who told you that's going to win them? Who said so? Who said so? Our power is in the difference. Let me tell you what. Deep in my heart, I like two denominations here. I don't belong to them, but I just love them. First one is Catholic. Ukipiga wimbo wa Katoliki unajua ni wa Katoliki huo, sio? Ni kweli si kweli? You think it's bad? It's Orthodox, yes. Kwa ikiba kwenye TV wa Sabato kwenye TV na akafanya hivi, alifukuzwa kanisani. Well, that's extreme. We have to find a balance somewhere, but we have to manage holiness, faithfulness, Bible adherence. Tumekwenda pamoja jamani? Are you happy with that? Gap number 1. There's something just to say, okay? This is from the book of Romans. You know this verse very well. Huh? Gap number 1, we can close it by this thing. Present your body as living sacrifice to the Lord. Just seeking in our Christianity what is good, what is acceptable, and what is the perfect will of God. In whatever we do, we need to seek that one. Praise the King. Bwana asifiwe. Gap number 2 is between the church and outside the church. Big difference. We have created the church so spiritual that somebody from outside will never attend that church. I tell you the truth. That's a big gap. That's why we need to go outside where sinners are. That's what Osborne said. T.L. Osborne said, hey, go outside where sinners are. Don't put yourself in 4 walls in your church. We have to learn this. Vingine vinavyotuangusha kuliko vitu vyote ni yale madhehebu yetu. We are so tied up with na chama chetu kinaitwa Presbyterian, kuna kachama kanaitwa African Line Church, kuna kingine kanaitwa Assemblies of God. Yani tuna vichama vimetufanya tukawa vichaa, and we are learned with degrees. Never put yourself there. That gap will never do any good. Any good. If you want to be a really leader in Christianity, influencer, change of character and change of community, you have to get outside your 4 walls. Bwana asifiwe. Bwana asifiwe. Oh, I just noted here. Okay, I just said being a salt man, create, test in tested society, preserve what's decaying. Huh? I say this mocha is primarily rational, and we should find a way how to win people inside the church, inside their faith, so to speak. That's what Paul said. I was everything to everybody, to win everybody to Christ. I think that should be a mission in TAFES. Bwana asifiwe. Jamani, Bwana asifiwe. Amen. I don't want to go there. I want to go to gap number 3. Gap number 3 is technological gap. I call it generational gap. Mimi nao wazee tuliokaa hapo, wengine akina profesa kina nani, tuna shida ya technology. Unaingia kwenye kanisa ambao ni very funny church. Inasema silent notice. Wengine haita silent, wanasema tangazo la unyenyekevu, humble notice. Please shut off your phone. No, that's called a generational gap. Simu yangu ndio nakotaka ni tepu kuhubiri, nataka niingize kwenye YouTube or everything. Wachungaji hawana taarifa kwamba simu zote zenye Biblia, nyimbo ziko kwenye simu, hawana taarifa, wanasema silent notice, please shut off your phone. Shut uko kwako. Learn to cope with the young generation and go with it. Why? Because we've got the platform we can use to evangelize, which we have never investigated how huge it is. Bwana asifiwe. No pastor is wise nowadays to build nyumba ya shilingi bilioni 3. Jenga kanisa la shilingi milioni 200 tu, hela iliyobaki yote weka television. You're going to evangelize more than your 4 walls. Let's tell this pastor to understand this. It's called a generational gap. It's a very serious gap. It needs some leaders who have got audacity to speak it. And that's us. Bwana asifiwe. Jamani, Bwana asifiwe. Gap number 4, between vision, mission, and leadership. A lot of us, I sometimes ask people, ulipoana mke wako, mliweka mission gani, vision gani, objectives? Hawana. Come and show me a notebook where we can access au umeandika vision, mission, objectives za nyumba yako. Ziko wapi? Mnakwenda tu business as usual. It will never work. Matokeo yake, because the home is like that one, is going back in the church, is going back in the system. Write it somewhere. Watoto wajue kama vision, mission na objectives za baba yangu ilikuwa ni hizi na hizi na hizi. Ours are very clear in my home. Since the word go. And we are following that mission and vision very seriously. Very seriously. We say, God, thank you for the servant of God. But give us the grace to bear our children physically and spiritually. And God gave us that grace. Why? It was our mission. Tuliwazaa kimwili, tukaombea kiroho akaokoka. We should do that. Bwana asifiwe sana. Sisemi kwamba natamba, lakini it's just normal. Okay. Quickly, let me just touch some few things. Moral characters and competence in building leadership ability and influence. This is very important. Very important. Let me tell you what. In leadership, 2 things are like muscles to make you a good leader. One of it is called competence. Competence. I tell you, every person on earth is sticking out because of competence. Anybody. Ask anybody. Competence in anything. That's one. Number two, moral character. Moral character. I like people who say yes when they mean yes, and no when they mean no. Nothing in between. You can trust that person in life. Don't find a very perfect wife or husband. Just find somebody who, when he says yes, he means yes, and no, he means no. That's enough. You can go. Bwana asifiwe. Bwana asifiwe. The most influential leaders were the ones that demonstrate strong ethics and provide a sense of safety. Number 2, they communicate their clear experiences. These are great leaders. Kabisa. Okay, I don't have to discuss all this. But what I'm trying to say here is, when you say yes when you mean yes, and no when you mean no, everybody following you will have confidence in you. When you say something you know is done. When I say, my son, when you do this, I'm going to give this, I'm going to give it that, but irrespective of what. Afanye nikakope, lakini I have to deliver it to my son. Okay? Siku moja, mtoto wangu aliniambia, baba, I had a gold watch, very expensive. I had this ya vifungo hii ya gold, vifungo hii. I had mkanda wenye buckle ya gold. Well, I got somewhere, so it's my treasure. Then he was graduating. I said, when you graduate, son, ask me anything, I'm going to give you. Akagundua dhahabu ya baba. Wakati ana graduate akaniambia, daddy, because of pictures, whatever, can I have your watch and your buttons? And he never asked this. Just asked these 2 things. I said, yes. You go to Islam, akaniambia, daddy, sorry. Can you leave those things with me? I thought of my commitment. I say, yes, son, take it. Next time I say no, he means daddy says no. Because when I say, I do. Watu wa Mungu tuliokoka, when we say, let's do it. Tunabidi confidence to people who are behind us. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Jamani, Bwana asifiwe. That's very important. Okay. This is a long one. Don't forget about me, but I just give another one. Influence. I'm not going to make another slide. This will be the end of it. Influence. Gentlemen, after having competence and moral values, use them to influence people. Nilipokuwa nasoma mwalimu wangu wa education psychology alinifundisha. Back in 1982, I still remember. Akasema, ukiingia darasani, Pima how much you can influence your students. Use it to build from there. And I said, in spirit, that's also the same, isn't it? Sio. Nikaenda kufundisha wasichana. Ashira girls. Nilikuwa na nywele nyingi sana. Nafahamu ile miaka zamani kuwa na nywele nyingi ni fashion, okay? Nilikuwa na sasa hivi na kipara, don't worry about it. It's my age. Lakini nilikuwa na nywele nyingi. Kwa nilikuwa na nywele hizo masikio, kwa nazifanya like this. Alafu naweka kichana hapa, navuta like this. Zinapanda juu. So I look funny, eh? Then I was teaching girls. Baada kama mwezi mmoja, every girl from form 1 to form 4 wanachana nywele alafu like T.T Mzava. And I said, well, that's good. One time I went to class, I said I change, nikifundisha, I take my watch, I put it here, okay? Then I teach, okay? It never took a week. In that class, kila mwenye saa kiingia darasani kama T.T Mzava. Then I say, why can't I change? In the right hand. Okay? So nikiandika saa iko pale. And you know what happened to them? Right hand, watch. The whole class. And I discovered, okay, I've got the influence in this class. Why can't I use it to influence for the Lord? Moral values and competence, if it's amalgamated with influence, is a dynamic people who can change the world. Mitume waliitwa ni world changers, wapindua dunia. Why? Because they had moral values, they had competence in what they knew, and they influenced everybody. People would love to be like that one. My second son, my second son, alikuwa anapenda sana mama yake. Anafika jikoni anamkumbatia, mara ameiba nyama. Mama yake anasema, "No, Ima, please, get out of here, unanisumbua." Anamkumbatia, mara amembusu. Siku moja akamwambia mama, I want to find a wife just like you. Just like you. Mama said, "Ondoka usinisumbue." You know what? He married last December. Mke wangu alikuwa anaitwa Gloria. You know, mtoto wangu anaitwa nani? Gloria. Alikuwa anatafuta Gloria duniani, akampata. Ame tu Gloria. So tukaamua mke wa Ima anaitwa Glory, mke wangu anaitwa Gloria. Just make a change. Influence. The first area to learn to influence, I'm not going to another slide because I'm done. Ziko nyingine utaziona ni what I've said. The first area to practice your influence is your children. Your children. Look at the way they walk, the way they wear, the way they put their hair makeup, the way they look at that. If you cannot influence them, then you are doomed, my friend. Ask God to lift somebody outside to influence your children. Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. Inawezekana umeshashindwa, but God is faithful. Atainua kina Zelote, akina professor, watasaidia kutoka huko Arusha, Tanga, kila mahali watasaidia. Lakini let me tell you, the first class of influencing your children is your home. How do you do it? Strengthen your moral values. Secondly, strengthen your competence. And then influence them. It's going to be dynamic family. Bwana asifiwe. Unasikia amani? I just want us to sing one song to the end. Don't worry. I want you to read all this. Oh, sorry. Just go to the last slide. Last slide, yeah. Let's sing that one, and Mchungaji, lead us in prayers. I think we need to get fired from inside. When God fires us from inside, we can also send the fire outside. Last slide, madam. Last slide. Last generation problem. I don't know what happened. I just pressed. It went off. Okay, thank you. I just say, do you feel like you are pumped up for the job, for the high calling, to influence some people, to be influential leader? Let's sing this song. It's a interesting song. Most of us know it. Mara kwanza nilipojifunza wimbo ni baada tu nimeokoka, and nilikuwa kiongozi wa wanafunzi wenzangu, and I just cried. I say, "Oh God, this is a big commitment." But this song which you should, I think, sing, and after that one make prayers. Mchungaji tuongoza. Let's dedicate ourselves to the Lord for the work of the ministry. Bwana uliyewaita watakatifu wako. Na uliye